Interested in taking part? Fill out the form. The link is in the description below.
Books we read. Books we read.
La 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 la
Hey guys, welcome back to Between the Pages. Guess what? Today is a really special day because we are celebrating our 25th video together. Isn't that exciting? For today's video, we've got something a little different, a little special plan. So I will be diving into that in a while. But before that, I would like to express my gratitude and say that this wouldn't have been possible without your incredible support. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Without further ado, let's dive into the 25th episode.
Hi everyone, it's me Soha and I'm your special host for today. Since it's the episode 25 of the Between the Pages podcast, me and Aina decided to switch the roles up a bit to spice things up. So today I'm going to be the one taking Aina's interview and she's going to be the one talking. So let's welcome her to her own podcast first. How do you feel being the one who's being interviewed? Because you've taken quite a lot of interviews before. So is it different?
Honestly, I'm feeling quite nervous. I usually tell the guests that, oh, it's nothing. But now that I am in the hot seat, I kind of feel a little nervous.
Right.
And, how I'm going to do, I don't know. It's like,
You'll do good. You'll do good. Yeah. So it's a huge accomplishment that we are on episode 25. So congrats
Thank
to
you.
you. So should we start with them? So which book are you talking about today? And can you give us a short introduction of the book?
So I'm here with Tuesdays with Morrie, and it's a true story. So basically, there's a professor, Morrie, who teaches Mitch throughout his college years, and they were very close. So they meet 16 years later, and they start discussing about stuff that they're really worried about and that's concerning them on every Tuesday. And yeah, the book is basically about whatever conversations they've had on each Tuesday, and yeah.
Okay. So can you tell us like about the disease that Morrie had?
I am not sure what disease he had, but it kind of made him really weak. So he had to only like sit in one place, and he had a lot of helpers around. So someone was feeding him, someone was changing his clothes. Even if he wanted to shit, he had to do it right here because he couldn't afford to go to the bathroom.
Right.
He was so weak, and that's how he was.
Right. In the disease, Morrie's legs start giving out, and then slowly from the legs
Yeah.
he starts getting weak. So
Yeah,
at first
and
he
when
cannot
the
walk.
disease reaches his lungs,
They
he's
start
dead.
getting poisoned. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. So the main character Morrie had a living funeral for himself. So what were your thoughts while reading that scene?
I kind of liked it. It was a really special thing, and I hadn't thought about something like that. And it's like when you're on the verge of death, instead of all the sad things people think about you, it's like something new where everyone's appreciating you, how you've helped them. It kind of makes you feel
Better.
important
Yeah.
there. And I really like that part.
Would you like to hold a living funeral for yourself?
I guess so, but like not when I'm at the verge of death. It's like
Oh.
when I really need support, then I would do that.
But funerals are supposed to be like a celebration of death, in my opinion.
Yeah, true. But then, like, I probably won't have a disease or something when I'm dying. So, like, when I'm
Probably.
old enough, like
When you feel
old
like
enough
it.
not to die, but yeah, when I feel like
when you feel like it. So, Mitch, another main character, he had a very drastic change in both his personal and his private life. So, how can you describe the changes in his life?
So one thing I noticed about him when how he changed throughout the book was he was kind of scared, guilty, and he had a lot of mixed emotions when he saw Morrie on the news. And it was like he was really scared, and he was like he had a fixed mindset basically, and he had changed a lot from his college to his right now. And then when he started talking to Morrie again, it was like Morrie opened a new dimension for him, and now he suddenly started having an open mindset. He was clear on what he was feeling, and pretty much like that. So Morrie was really helping him as a human,
Right.
evolve as a human.
Yeah. So there are a lot of life lessons in the book, many life lessons. So which one is the most dearest to you, and which one stuck with you for a long while?
So Morrie has a saying, when you're in bed, you're dead.
Yeah.
So that kind of not exactly resonated with me, but it hit me hard.
Right.
I was like, dude, why am I wasting time sleeping, sitting in the bed doing nothing when I could do so many things? And like right after I read this book, when I read that, my mom got us a wallpaper which says, you every morning you have two choices: to sleep with your dreams or get up and run after them, something like that. So that I'm like, what? Okay. And then I started listening to myself and getting up early and doing stuff that is actually important to me and like that. So that kind of hits me hard.
Okay. Did you change anything in your life after reading it? Like,
Something changed in me. Yeah, like I said, I got more, what do you call, or what's the word? What's the word?
inspiration,
No.
inspired?
When a person hardworking, not exactly, but okay, I started working more on stuff that actually, no, what is that word? There's a word. Wait. Okay, I started using my time efficiently.
Better.
Yeah, like that. That this is how the book helped me, and it also kind of made me think about stuff that I was kind of scared to think about, or maybe I had never thought of it like that, and also encouraged me to forgive people, because Mitch had someone he wanted to forgive but he couldn't, and Morrie had someone surprisingly he should have forgotten, like forgiven, like that. So that kind of surprised me that such a like wise teacher like Morrie had so many experiences like that, and he had to forgive someone because he did something wrong as well then. And
No one's perfect.
yeah.
No one's perfect. Mitch has a partner, and even they went through a change. So it was not explained quite well in the movie, which I watched. So was it explained well in the book, and what was the change that happened?
I don't remember, honestly.
Okay.
I wasn't focusing on that part.
Okay.
But if we talk about Morrie and his wife, there was something that really touched me about his wife, because like her husband's gonna be dead in some days or a few weeks, we don't know when, and she's still allowing visitors to come and talk to him, and she's allowing Mitch to talk to him every Tuesday, and they were like taking so many hours talking to each other, and in that time she could have kicked Mitch out and spent time with her husband, but that was like, it really touched me, like how she did
She's
that.
not selfish.
Yes.
Right. The book talks about guilt a lot, like especially the last ending parts when Morrie is about to die. So what touched you, or what was the thought process when you were reading that part?
I kind of did not like think a lot while I was reading this book.
Right.
I mean, I think I thought about stuff that kind of resonated with me at that point, but I really didn't think about a lot about guilt, because I don't think I've done any such thing that will cause me guilt for now, at least.
Okay. Yeah.
So it kind of, I didn't focus on that part that much.
Okay. There are a lot of quotes in the books which are really good. So which one was your favorite quote, and why do you like it so much?
Like I said, when you're in bed, you're dead. I really like that. And that's kind of something that's stuck on me. I don't remember the other ones. So this is just something that's really precious to me. Right
My
now.
favorite quote was, yep, I had written it down somewhere. The quote was, how can you spare someone's feelings by denying the feelings? Which was very wow for me. And yeah, so I do not have any more questions. And if you could recommend the book to someone, what would be the age group, and why would you recommend the book to?
I would definitely recommend it to teenagers, because we're going through a lot of like stuff in our life,
Fair.
and we barely take out time to think about ourselves and everything. And this book will really help you. It's kind of like more than a self-help book, and it's not boring at all.
Yeah, I was actually thinking it would be very boring, because like the
Yeah.
name, I was like,
I know, and the cover is kind of like
Yeah.
dull, and this is really old. My book is
Yeah.
really old. So I was like, no. But then I had read this when I was 7, and I was really, really in love with it. But I don't think I got any of what I
Yeah,
was.
because
What
it
I
was
was.
7.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll read it again, and I would definitely recommend it to teenagers.
I would recommend it to older people, like the old dying people, because
Yeah,
a lot of people who are dying, especially like a personal experience of mine, they loathe in self pity, in my opinion.
I know.
It's very sad to see them, continuously crying and moaning and groaning about how they're gonna die. Like, might as well enjoy your life while you have it.
Yeah, so one thing Morrie also said about this. So Mitch had asked him, "Don't you feel sad when you're growing or while you're growing, like you're growing old and everything?" So Morrie was like, "I don't feel sad that I'm growing old. I went through that phase, and that was something I cherish.
Right.
But now I have to go through something else, and I'm getting wiser each day. And I can't express the way he did, but his like that's also something." Whatever you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah. The exact words. So I had my time to be 22. Now it's
Yeah.
my time to be 78, which is,
Yeah.
yes, like you need to stop being scared to grow old. It's just a phase of life, and
Yeah, that
you'll
was
get
also
through
something that resonated with me because I'm like, dude, I want to be 10 again. I'm so old now and
Okay.
everything. Although I'm just 13. It's like I have to focus on studies more. I don't have as much time to play anymore. So I was sulking about that part. But when I read this and I'm like, no, I'm too young.
I'm fine. I'm
Yeah.
fine now. Yeah. So thank you for doing this episode with me, and thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much for hosting today's
No
episode.
worries. I hope I gave you a bit of relaxation by not having to take out questions this time. And I hope you enjoyed this because I know I did. And I hope to see you on the 50th episode, and I'll be hosting that again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That you would love to meet.
J.K. Rowling.
Read 100 books this year and never be allowed to read again, or read one book per year for the rest of your life.
100 books this year.
Have a happy but an illogical ending, or a tragic but sensible ending.
Happy and illogical ending.
Would you rather read in an isolated cabin that was infested with spiders, or a noisy coffee shop with bad music?
Isolated cabin with spiders.
A book that made you cry?
Tuesdays with Morrie. One underrated book that you think everyone should read.
The Rainmaker.
A book that made you stay up all night to binge read.
They would at the end.
Go back to meet your favorite author or visit the future to see how literature has evolved.
Go back to meet my favorite author.
Would you rather never read a new release or never be able to reread a book?
Never be able to reread.
And have dinner with your favorite author or your favorite character?
Favorite character.
Time to close the book, but don't worry, the stories really never end. Until our next adventure together, remember to keep your imaginations fueled, your laughter contagious, and your bookmarks handy. Until next time, it's me, Aina Lillaney, closing the BTB book for this week. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
la 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 la